children. This is my life, I'ma live it. I got Jesus on my pendant. Been had shit since independence. When you look.
What's happening with y'all, man? Y'all know it's your boy JMV. Talked to y'all today about a couple things. Moving along on my journey. Y'all know the local to OTR journey that I am on. So I've entered phase 2 of my, at this point, 5-phase plan here at Prime. I've officially started my LLC. I went through Abacus Technology, y'all see right there, JMV Logistics. I went through through Abacus here at Prime in the terminal, Springfield terminal here. To set up my LLC, it was a more convenient option than going through LegalZoom. It was cheaper and more convenient, and I'm gonna actually use their tax service as well, simply because of the convenience and how the pay works. Because at this point, as y'all know, I have financial situations at home. I need to get back on track and behind on some things, so I don't really have the money to come right out of pocket for certain things that are not really necessary. So the fact that this tax service is basically going to charge $7 a week out of each settlement, and in order to pay them back for the LLC service they did, it's $35 a week for 10 weeks. So it's a total of $350. I had everything set up through LegalZoom, and that totaled $500 and some odd dollars. So it ended up being cheaper, but I've heard that their tax program is not really the best. You'll be pretty good as far as if an audit comes along, but as far as saving you money, I've heard that you might be better off, or you would be better off getting a personal CPA elsewhere. But like I say, for the first year, I'm gonna use them for this first year, see how it goes for me, and by the end of 2017, I will definitely be in a better financial situation. So as if I don't like the way the taxes worked out for me, then going into 2018, I'll be able to withdraw from them and go another route. You gotta do what you gotta do starting out, man. You gotta crawl before you walk. So that's one thing I want to talk to y'all about. I'm officially in business, set up and good to go. I'm waiting for a truck. I talked to Success Leasing on Friday when we got back in. At that point, I was 7th on the list, and today is Saturday. They only got in 3 trucks today, so obviously I was who on that list to get one of the trucks. So come Monday, I should be able to get my truck, in which case I will post a video to my channel, obviously showing my truck and, stunting or just a little bit, feeling myself just a little bit. But why am I getting my truck now? Because last time I spoke with y'all, I was planning on staying on my trainer's truck throughout the winter, becoming a co-driver, and that was the plan. And I liked that plan, except for the fact that once you upgrade from trainee to co-driver, Prime is still gonna pay you the 14 cents per mile for all the miles driven. Anything extra has to be agreed upon with the driver, or the person who's leasing the truck. So I would have had me and my trainer had to come to an agreement. That didn't really happen. He has some situations at home. I'm not gonna put his personal business out there, but his money is tight, and he really wasn't trying to be paying out anything to me, basically. Long story short, at least he didn't come across like he wanted to. When I brought the topic of discussion up, he kind of just dodged around it like Barry Sanders. But so I had to get up off the truck, because this last trip we just did from Springfield, Missouri down to Texas and back to Springfield, Missouri was 2,000 total miles. I ended up driving about 1,300 because he didn't use his sleeper berth time properly, meaning he didn't fucking sleep. he was up on the phone, and that's understandable. Nobody sleeps the whole 10 hours unless you're fucking exhausted. But I mean, he was back there for more than 10 hours because we spent 3 hours at the San Antonio Zoo, and he was up the whole time. So he ended up getting about 13 to 14 hours of sleeper berth, recorded on his e-log, and he only slept maybe 2 or 3 hours. And then when it was his time to drive, he was drowsy because he didn't sleep. And I ended up driving 9 hours and 15 minutes. And he ended up driving about 6 hours. We had to stop while I was asleep. We had to pull over because there was 3 employees from the wildlife refuge or wildlife place that was following us to stop and every 2 or 3 hours to check on the animals in the trailer. And there was a lot of water leaking out. So for some reason, when he was driving, we were stopped for roughly an hour, maybe a little more than an hour, because they had the emergency they had to take care of. Anyways, he ends up driving like 6 hours. I'm in the sleeper berth. I'm sleeping for 8 hours. He wakes me up in Oklahoma like, man, I can't drive anymore. I can't keep the truck between the lines. I'm so sleepy. Which he was. I knew he was because he didn't fucking sleep. He climbed in the bunk in his bed and went to sleep immediately. Like, he laid down, and before I got down from the top bunk, he was already snoring. So I ended up driving us in from Oklahoma the last 170 miles. Like I said, which didn't make me happy. I'm like, dude, you're getting paid all the money. You're making $3,000 on this run. I'm only going to get $300 on this run, and I'm doing all the fucking driving. So I had to get up off the truck. So that's why I came back here. That's why I will be getting a truck come Monday, and that's why I'm going ahead along with into phase 2 with JMV Logistics. It feels good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it feels good. This is something I saw myself doing. Just didn't really know the path to take to get here. And as always, got to shout out once again, LaShawn Parks, David Robinson, and you always got to shout out Chucker Brown for the motivation. But in particular, LaShawn Parks, and David Robinson for their videos, their numerous videos they posted on their YouTube channels about the leasing game and how it works, how you can profit from it, and how you can catapult yourself from that into owner operator status if that's what you want to do, or you can just continue. You can just make money lease, So I got here, man. I'm happy. I got my LLC set up. I'm gonna get my truck set up. Get my truck on Monday. Try to get me a load that's gonna take me from here in Missouri back home to Virginia. Chill out with my family for Thanksgiving for a couple days, and then recharge, and then hit the road running. And once I leave after Thanksgiving, I'm not coming back until sometime in January. I'm gonna run real hard, get some money saved up, man, and keep going along phase 2, which is gonna consist of, for me, getting my personal credit cleaned up and getting my business credit established and started. I'm definitely gonna be signing up for the Dean Cole. For those of y'all who don't know, if you're not in YTTA, he's somebody that the YTTA admins, Trucker Brown and LaShawn, brought on to the live feed lineup, and he specializes in getting businesses loans and lines of credit, and he has a coaching program which walks you through and gets your business credit started and established. And I'm going to be going through that process in January for sure. So phase 2 for me is getting my personal credit cleaned up, getting my business credit established and built and started, Duns and Bradstreet, all that good stuff. And ultimately, by the end of 2017, I want to have at least $5,000 and put aside in my savings. But I'm aiming for 10, but no less than $5,000 saved and put aside, because I do have some things I got to get situated at home financially. So the goal is for me to have $10,000 set aside by the end of 2017, but no less than 5. Yeah, that's the path we're on now. It'll be a 3-year lease, so I will be here for 3 years for sure. I'm gonna run the lease out, and you know, I heard Sean on one of his videos. He said he was able to put aside $70,000. He had $70,000 in his business checking, which is something else I have to get ready to set up as well, because once you start a lease and start an LLC, Prime will not pay you into a private bank account. They can only pay you into a business checking account. So I got to get my business checking account set up as well, which is something I will be doing when I get home. But he said something along the lines, he was able to save up $70,000 in his business checking account over the 3.5-year period he was here. I mean, I need to get myself in that range as well. So by the time this lease is up, I need to have at least no less than $40,000 set aside in my business checking account, so that I can phase 3 comes up, which is, I'm not really sure just yet. I don't know if I'm gonna go and re-up on the lease and get another truck. I don't know if I'm gonna just follow the same path that LaShawn Parks did and just go lease a truck elsewhere and lease on to a carrier where I can just, with a load board where I can pick my loads, and there'll be higher rates, pick my loads, and dictate where I go, and when I get home and whatnot, which is ultimately why I came out here. I mentioned David Robinson, Ghost, Still Hogging TV on YouTube. He actually the first person I ran across, and he was, at the time, he was on that Schneider IC choice board, and the fact that you're able to pick your own loads is what really brought me out of local driving into this OTR driving, because I didn't want to be getting ran around like a chicken with his head cut off. I wanted to have control of what I was doing, and so ultimately the reason I'm out here is ultimately to get on one of these choice boards, be it Schneider, be it Freedom / Interstate, Landstar. When LoShawn finally reveals the one he's on, maybe that one, because they have driving in there. That's the ultimate plan, Yeah, that's about it, man. I just wanted to check in with y'all, let y'all know what the deal is, man. There was another slight change. Not really a change. The timeline just got pushed up. So there's not really a change or alteration in my plan. The timeline just got pushed up due to the fact that I need to get more money coming in, and that situation was just not going to work out for me financially. So, yeah, I'll be out here next week. Like I said, look for that video coming from me on Monday with the truck. And yeah, I'm going to keep pushing forward, keep grinding. Appreciate my currently 24 subscribers. Thank y'all. Going on this journey with me, my journey from local to OTR. If y'all got any questions, man, hit me in the comments. If y'all just want to holler at me about something, please comment, like, share, subscribe as always. If it's something private, you can send me an email, jaymvsr@gmail.com. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, man, as always, stay up, stay safe.